Tell me when it pops up on your phone. I'm always curious. It popped up, didn't it?
Nope. But I think I got to be in a.
We're live.
All right.
We live, fam.
Is this the pre-show, Andy?
It's the pre-show.
What happened to my pre-show mail?
Oh, you want me to grab it?
I had pre-show mail for this very occasion. I already opened it, but gotta shout out our boy, old dent face himself.
You know, I saw that.
Branson Ping, famous for bloodying himself at Let Ruther Pitch, sent me a signed Wilmer Flores card. It's pretty exciting.
Let me see
Wilmer!
Let me see it.
We'll sign one. Shout out to Branson.
Well, when I saw this in the mail, because
Yep.
obviously even mail for you is sent here to the Smut Studio, I laugh out loud when I see his name.
Yeah.
I think of that picture of him lying dead, basically.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's ridiculous. I'm glad he survived. We almost had so many casualties on that trip.
Yeah, right?
Watch Praino pitch was a success. Everybody remained healthy. I lost my phone. That was the worst of it. I mean, how many bloody bodies did we have on our hands after Let Ruther pitch? Another reason not to go to Ohio.
Oh, that's a preview.
You got to drink so much in Ohio, just to have fun, that you might die.
Yeah. I ditched you guys. That was a pretty awful thing for me to do.
Yeah, I agree.
To go have sex.
How'd that work out for you?
Worked out.
Do you remember that girl's name? So you abandon your fans. You abandon your child. I've abandoned my boy.
This is awful. I have no clue what her name is.
Yeah. You abandoned literally your whole fan base to go have sex with a girl whose name you do not recall. I'm not saying that I should absolutely be everybody's favorite, but I'm not saying that either.
Well, for the record.
Mm-hmm. You don't remember her name, bro.
That doesn't matter. I probably don't. Dude, if you asked me to name, I probably couldn't name half the girls I've slept with. But my point is this. That's not the point. The point is, maybe if I was drinking or if I had some sort of remedy for that situation, I needed something to.
How about just being high on life from throwing a first pitch out at Cincinnati Reds ballpark? You were like, it's the Reds. I'm not even high at all. No one was here. It's fucking Cincinnati. Yeah. Classic Ohio.
Exactly.
Filling you with no excitement whatsoever.
You want to get this bad boy going?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I'm Andy Ruther, coming to you live from the Smut Studio in Venice Beach, California, with my co-host, Joey No Chill Praino.
Hello, Andrew.
I'm in full Ohio, Cincinnati gear today because I am representing my state, Joe Praino.
I know. And what I like that you did is you were like, look at how it happened, too. I imagine you put on the shirt, and then you put on the hat, and then you were like, should I get a nice pair of Flag and Anthem shorts or a sweet pair of Flag and Anthem jeans? And you're like, that wouldn't be very Ohio of me. Let me get the oldest mesh shorts I own. No socks. Just look like a homeless fucking Ohioan. You look like you're on your way to Applebee's for a happy hour. Look like you're on your way to Buffalo Wild Wings to check out the Bengals game.
Well,
Meanwhile, I'm here in my Dirty Sports Dude t-shirt, dirty slides, and a nice pair of crisp Flag and Anthem red brick jeans.
I like those. I own the same pair. Now, the reason we're bringing this up to start the show, guys, for the people who are not on Twitter.
Yeah.
Joe.
Versus.
Ohio.
Joe versus the volcano.
You fired off a tweet tonight. Read your tweet for
the
fans.
Real easy tweet. It was like tough.
No, pull up your phone. Read the actual tweet you sent to the Twitter
Tough
sphere.
Year for Ohio residents. First LeBron leaves, now an Urban Meyer scandal, and worst of all, the whole time they've had to live in Ohio.
Read it again.
Tough year for Ohio residents. First LeBron leaves, now an Urban Meyer scandal, and worst of all, the whole time they've had to live in Ohio.
So can I rate your tweet real quick?
Sure.
I find you, I'm not just saying this because you're my co-host and my friend. You're a very funny guy. You've definitely written funnier tweets. You'd agree?
Sure.
You kind of went for like, let's take a dig at the Midwest.
Just a shot at Ohio.
Just an easy shot.
Yeah.
But still funny.
Yeah.
Point is made within the 140 characters or however many characters it was. The backlash. Dear God.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Dear God.
It's incredible. I've never, you know what? When I lived in New York, I used to take shots at like the other boroughs.
Yeah.
Nothing. No one from Queens is ever like, I'll get you. I take shots at the Valley all the time. I never have somebody like, yo, I'm taking the fucking hill over the 405. I'll be in Venice in 20 minutes. All right, I oughta. These people are like, come down to Columbus. We'll see you how you're talking there, funny man. Guys going into my fucking bio, going on my website. I was like, thanks for all the website clicks and all the podcast ratings and reviews. I'm going to rate your podcast 1. Well, first you got to figure out how to use the internet. And then maybe. Also, all the ratings help. So go for it. Rate me 1.
Yeah. If we've learned anything from the Kim Kardashians and the Donald Trumps, any press is good press. So keep hitting that click.
I mean, it was literally just, guys, rough day for Ohio. It was more like, aren't they all rough days for Ohio?
But I noticed a couple things. I was critiquing all the responses. In fact, I chimed in. I couldn't help myself. I chimed in a couple times.
Because here you are, just like my friend Josh, just like our friend Justin Wood, just like my friend Brian, just an Ohio boy who was like, I'm off. I'm go west, young man, for greener pastures.
This is actually funny that you bring that up. Yesterday at the hostel show, when I was trying to get people in for the show, I met this guy from Australia. As you know, a lot of Australians here, a lot stay at that hostel, a lot come to the show. So I meet this kid from Australia, like early 20s surfer. And he asked where I'm from, and I said, Ohio. And then he proceeds to tell me he's been here 2 days. And he goes, the amount of people I've met who live in LA now from Ohio. And he was surprised. I go, yeah, we all left, bro. There's a reason. And I don't want to diss because we have a lot of fans who live there. All my family is from there. But, guys, if you're going to come at me, and this is the argument that I noticed on a lot of your mentions. If your argument against living out here or New York or San Francisco, if your argument is you have a backyard and we don't, well, my backyard's the fucking beach. So what is your argument?
I just think it's hilarious. I'm not even arguing back with any of these people. Like, all of my tweets are, I think my responses are always better than my tweets originally that set people off. Like, I'm not even arguing. Like, I'm not going to argue like you're talking about like the cost of living, like the quality of life. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
But I guess I
should say this tweet and the response did give me a moment of clarity on something that I've been trying to figure out. Remember when I was like, I just don't understand the LeBron James thing? I actually do. This was my moment of clarity. It's not about him being a producer. It's not about him being a mogul. It's not about him winning championships. LeBron James, I just put this together. This is the second time now he's done it. He's the greatest player in the world. He has all the money. He can live anywhere he wants. His first choice was, I'll be rich in Miami. And then his second choice was, I'll be rich in Los Angeles, California. Why didn't he go to Houston? I thought he could win a championship. Because Houston's in Texas. This isn't about him being Magic Johnson too. He wants to live the same place I want to live. He wants to. Somebody just came at me about like, oh, nice Applebee joke, and then listed 2 restaurants in Ohio that have 5-star. Like, LeBron James was like, give me 1 million great restaurants. Give me a city full of hot chicks and actresses, artists, museums, the beach, the mountains, the lakes, anything. He just like, give it to me all. I'm heading toward the twilight of my career. Why not be someplace that's awesome? He went back to Ohio. He gave a championship to all the sad sacks that are in my mentions right now. And then he's like, and now let me live. Let me live. I'm out of here. I owe you guys nothing. Enjoy your polluted river that may or may not catch fire. I'm off to the ocean. Go west, young man.
It all makes sense. Well, the reason that I was getting worked up too, again, because I'm from there. So here I am, this guy caught in the middle.
You're not caught in the middle. You're not in the middle. You know who's in the middle? Ohio is in the middle. You know who's out here? You, me, the hottest girl in every high school class in America. And you know who's on the other side? Fucking New York. The only people caught in the middle here, people that can't get out.
It's just wild to me. Again, I'm not, like I said, a lot of
We do this like every 6 months, by the way. Every 6 months, one of us takes a shot at the Midwest, and then here they come.
We've done it more lately, but again, a lot of our fans, and we know this, you guys are from the Midwest. I still love the Midwest. I love the Midwestern people. But this whole notion, again, I was reading your mentions, this whole notion of the backyard and the cost of living. Well, no shit, it costs more. You know why it costs more? Because more people want to be here. That's basic economics. It's supply and demand. Why do people not understand that? If I want to go live in Iowa, I could take what I earn here and have a fucking 5-bedroom house in Iowa.
The cost of living thing is hilarious. I was looking at, I was like, I wonder what the lowest cost of living, like Guadalajara, Mexico's. You could live like a king in Guadalajara, Mexico. You know why you don't? Because it's a cesspool. Like, the things are cheaper because they're worse. No one's like, nice Tesla, bro. Nice. But I got this fucking Accord for like 1/1,000,000th of what it costs. So fuck you. How is it spending all that money on that Tesla, you dork? My Civic runs just as good. Let's be honest, there's speed limits. I can go just as fast as you can in your Tesla in my Accord. What are you talking about? That's how everybody knows how prices work, right? We all know how supply and demand works.
That's what I'm saying. It's basic economics, supply and demand.
Venice is 1.5 miles square. Not everybody can live here. It's why it costs more than Beverly Hills. Everybody wants to live here. It's on the beach. Look at what I can get in Columbus. Yeah, no shit.
It's weird because all my brothers still live in Cincinnati. They don't act like that. Like what they pay for, let's say, a 4-bedroom, 2 or 3 bath house is basically what I pay in rent for a tiny studio apartment. But they understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
They've never been like, oh my God, you live in such a tiny shithole. They're like, wow, you live next to the beach. That's fucking awesome. Like, I just don't get this mindset of, dude, I have to bring it into it. This is why somebody like Donald Trump wins, though.
I know.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
He's like, I'm going to bring back coal. And they're like, we love coal here. I work at a coal mine. Fucking coal.
By the way, the comment section on YouTube, love all the comments, guys. Keep leaving comments. We're going to get to questions at the end of this show. Fuck it. I'll give a shout out right now. John Cameron Hall, I see you in the comments. Happy 21st birthday, fam. He is our official WNBA correspondent.
Is today the day? Today's his 21st?
I think.
I don't mean this in a bad way. Obviously, I want you to keep watching. What are you doing? Watch it, man. It's 21. Get out there, fam.
Yeah. Go watch those WNBA highlights.
Yeah. Is the WNBA happening right now?
Yeah, because the WNBA, that was the All-Star game.
Right.
Which means I need to catch a game.
Yeah.
We should.
Weren't you supposed to have season tickets or something, or did you not lose that one?
I didn't lose that one. We needed enough iTunes reviews. I think we should catch a game, Praino.
Oh, I'm not going to a WNBA game.
You should.
No, I disagree.
You know why? Because we could hop on our SeatGeek app.
Here's a question for SeatGeek. We'll have to have them answer it because obviously we have our promo code DIRTY. We get $20 back for a game like the WNBA. If you get like $10 tickets, do you actually make $10 off it? Like, do you still get a refund if the tickets are less than $20 total?
It's a good question. Do you get a voucher?
Yeah.
For a future game?
I believe they sent it to me through PayPal, right?
Well, now they just take $20 off.
Ah.
So that's a good question, though. I'll open the SeatGeek app.
Well,
I'm sure there's plenty of seats at
get
the Staples
courtside
Center.
seats, I guess.
Courtside seats, the city of LA Sparks. I'm going to hop on SeatGeek. It's the only app that you guys should be using for any of your live events. Just download the SeatGeek app because, best of all you guys get $20, like I was saying, off your first SeatGeek purchase. So just download the SeatGeek app and enter promo code DIRTY today. That's promo code DIRTY for $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. SeatGeek, life's an event. We have the tickets. And we even have comments talking about it right now. People are selling tickets via SeatGeek.
Nice. Yes, you can sell tickets on SeatGeek.
Concert tickets.
Who's selling?
Harry with a lot of numbers in his name. I don't know.
So many Harrys in the world.
Harry 80124 Hill.
So Harry Hill.
Yeah.
What's he selling?
I don't know.
He just said he's selling concert tickets.
There's a lot going on right here. I'm looking at YouTube comments. We should probably give an update on the intern situation.
Oh, yeah. Wait, forget an update. Congratulations are in order. We came out so hot with that Ohio talk.
Our intern, Trevor, our beloved stoner intern, is letting his wings fly, and he is now working for ESPN.
Just blinking guy meme. Just blinking guy.
Why?
Multiple reasons. One, he left us for the mothership.
Yes.
He leaves us for the Death Star. Although you got to applaud that still. Like,
you got to make money.
He's a young man. He wants to be in the sports news business. We'll always be the minor leagues. We'll always be the place that he first got his feet wet, and then he moves on to ESPN. You know, it's sort of like we're Ohio in this situation. You know what I mean? We can't really stake a claim. Stay here for no money when you can go to ESPN and make a living. So Trevor, but I called out Trevor today. I texted him. I think that I have a sort of I'm a big conspiracy theorist.
Okay.
I have a conspiracy theory. Trevor has taken a job at ESPN solely to never play me in basketball again.
Oh.
Like rather than admit he is in fact scared, he's just like, I'm not scared of you. I'm just going to another school next semester. You know what I mean?
So you think it all comes back to the basketball?
No, I don't. I'm super happy for him. Congratulations, Trev. You'll be missed. Another memory of Trevor. We'll have to do? We'll have to get some Trevor photos and video and do it. I will remember you.
They'll just be ones of him stoned.
Yeah.
Or when he had the
cartoon hiccups. Will you remember me?
I think the bigger question is, Trevor's such a stoner. Will he remember anything he did for us? Like, will he remember? I don't think Trevor remembers. Will Trevor remember any episodes that he was here for?
It's a good question. Better question for Trevor right now. Does ESPN drug test?
Ooh.
Should we even be saying that?
Yeah. He's going to be, I think he's going to be researching stats. Bro.
We should have had him do that.
I think we tried that.
I know. I'm just kidding. Sarcasm.
Okay.
Without Trevor, I'm forced to get my own beers. Rip Trevor. I'll be back.
Okay. We're internless. But while Joe's getting his own beer, we're looking for a new intern. It's unpaid. Now, we can also provide an internship for anybody looking for college credit. That is true. So if you are a Los Angeles-based dirtball and you need to get college credit, slide into my DMs, slide into Dirty Sports DMs, whatever way you want to get us, Instagram, Twitter, you name it, guys. We are looking for an intern, especially with football coming up, and we will be putting out more videos on YouTube. I got some things in store. So anyone out there, EJ got a job, Trevor got a job, Dirty Sports is currently internless. And I've heard there's rumors that Tug Coker might actually do some fill-ins, which is crazy because that's kind of a step back for Tug. But Tug has done it before. And
taking that Go 90 shutting down pretty hard, aren't we, Tug? That is a real fall from grace.
Tug said he wants to learn things, though. You know, Tug, he's always a go-getter.
He's a learner. Yeah.
He's a learner.
He's always trying to improve his game. He's basically the anti-Dwight Howard.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He's like always trying to add a little, every summer, just trying to add a little bit more to his game.
Yeah. Well, let's get to some sports. We've done a lot of
a lot of business
stuff. I'd love to get into this Major League Baseball stuff. Now, Joe, you know more about it than me.
I do indeed.
The trade deadline has passed us.
Yes.
Any hot takes before I pull up some of the big trades? Because you know more about more than me.
Obviously the trading deadline happened, and there were some moves at the deadline, and but a lot of the bigger trades, Britton to the Yankees, Machado to the Dodgers, those happened beforehand. We did get Archer from Tampa Bay to Pittsburgh. That'll help. And Brian Dozier, second baseman from Minnesota, to the Dodgers. The Dodgers, I mean, stockpiling position players.
Yes. Even
though they were heavy on position players, and no moves for their pitching staff, which is I found interesting. But I certainly don't dislike.
Well, they got a reliever, didn't they? Get Axford.
Yeah, he was good once. Not currently.
He's just a reliever, just middle reliever.
Yeah, I mean he was a closer back in the day, but no longer a dominating closer by any means. No longer even a closer. Yeah, bullpen help was needed. Honestly, starting pitching help, I still say, was needed. Not a lot of starters available at the deadline, although Archer was. So that would have been interesting.
What do you make of the Dodgers' moves? Because I was reading into that. I mean, they have the depth, like you're saying, of position players.
Yeah,
why did they not go after any pitching?
I think that there was a lack of starting pitching available. But the Dodgers are a team that had, guys with big enough names that they could have offered somebody. Like, I understand that, they're building for the future. They don't know whether or not they're going to keep Machado next year, but Seager is supposed to come back. I mean, they have a lot of players for not a lot of positions. I mean, where's Bellinger playing? Where's, you have a full outfield, especially if Justin Turner comes back and Taylor gets moved back out there. There would be a point where it'd be Muncy, Dozier, Machado, Turner. What's your outfield looking like? Kemp, Puig, Bellinger. You still have Jock Peterson. You still have Taylor. Like,
they have too many players.
Kiki Hernandez,
who's just rotating at this point,
all That's over. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're the Dodgers, like, why wasn't a Bellinger or a Jock Peterson on the block? Like, I know Bellinger hit 40 home runs last year, but he also took a dump in the playoffs, and you're starting Muncy at first base. So, seems like that guy could have gotten you a big haul. Like, he's a power hitting first baseman. That's somebody other teams would be like, yes, please.
Are they that concerned with Turner's? Because Turner is back on the DL with the groin injury,
right?
So they're that concerned, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Status.
I think right now they're going with Muncy, Dozier, Taylor at short, and Machado at third.
Correct. What about? I was a little curious. Not that he's killed it, but I thought he pitched well enough to maybe. I know some teams were interested in him. Matt Harvey. I thought no.
I mean, he pitched well enough that teams would be interested, but he did have a meltdown recently, and he's still fucking Matt Harvey, which, God, I hate saying it. So shortly removed from, being a big Matt Harvey fan, but.
Well, we should get Matt on the show. You've lived in New York. Now you've lived in Ohio. We should get his opinion.
Now I've lived in Ohio?
No, because Matt Harvey, I'm saying, went from New York, the biggest city in the country, to a mid-major city in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
To get his take.
Well, let's put it this way. Let's see where Matt Harvey ends up signing in the offseason. It'd be interesting to see if Matt Harvey, fan of models and parties, returns to Ohio when he can pick where he wants to go. They're going to be like, we'll pay it. He's like, I don't care. I'm leaving.
I would love to see the current hottest woman from Ohio.
It's probably an 18-year-old girl who is literally counting the days until she graduates high school and can move directly to Los Angeles to become famous.
You know who's a native Cincinnatian, Carmen Electra.
Can't believe she didn't stick around and just win Miss Ohio. Can't believe she didn't stick around and, wear low-cut shirts, try to rake tips at the local Applebee's.
Bonnie Rotten, Ohio.
Yeah, Bonnie Rotten.
Yeah. Who else we want to talk about? Who are some of these other moves? What's the deal with the Rays? They don't
have
pitching anymore?
A single starting pitcher on their roster.
What's that all about?
They got rid of Archer. The one kid, God, I always forget his fucking name, but the one kid who made the All-Star team was on the DL. And they've been going with the opener instead of closer. Like, they've been all bullpen all the time, and they've essentially traded or had injured every guy who has an SP on their roster. They have no starting pitchers. That's actually the title of the long-delayed episode of today's Dirty Slides podcast that I had technology issues getting up today. If you're a starting pitcher, connect with the Tampa Bay Rays on LinkedIn.
But the Rays aren't. They're not. Are they in a spot to make a push for a playoff spot?
No, they're 20 games out of third place.
They're
20
saying.
games out of second place, and the AL East.
What about Bryce Harper staying? What do we make of this?
We talked about it. I thought he could have. I thought there was a lot of different ways they could play it, but it seems like It seems like in the end they were like, you know what, we have a shot because they didn't move anybody.
Do you give the Nationals a chance to win that division?
A chance? Yeah. Do I think they do? No.
Any other hot takes from some of these trades?
Hot takes. I mean, not really. All the big trades were done earlier. I mean, everybody's talking about the guy who went from Baltimore to the Braves, and we talked about this on slides today. It's like everybody's kind of like, oh, this might low key be the best deal of the trade deadline day. And yeah, he's 5-8, which is obviously a win-loss record can not necessarily be how great you're pitching. Look at Jacob deGrom, but he's got a 4.48 ERA. Like, I don't know why anybody thinks this guy's going into Atlanta and being a super stud.
Can we talk about your Mets for a minute?
Yeah, oh, sure.
We have to.
Sure. I talk about a team that made no moves.
Worst loss in franchise history.
Yep.
Last night.
Yep.
What was it, 25-4?
Indeed, that was the score.
I mean, you had Jose Reyes pitching.
Yeah. Look, I took a shot at my Mets yesterday in a very similar joke. I took a Jose Reyes shot yesterday. I said, Jose Reyes gave up 2 home runs yesterday and has hit 2 home runs today. But most surprisingly, Jose Reyes is still a big leaguer, and the New York Mets voluntarily put him on the field. 1, 2, and then the punchline. Same basic idea.
It's a good joke.
But I don't know how he's still there. I don't know what the fuck's going on. The Mets, look, here's the thing. What needs to happen with the New York Mets? Somebody.
Would you have wanted them to trade DeGrom?
No. I wanted them to keep DeGrom and Syndergaard, but I wanted them to trade Wheeler. I like Wheeler, but I wanted them to trade Wheeler. They should have traded your boy Mesoraco. I would have liked that. I mean, they traded Asdrubal Cabrera. Obviously, they didn't get all that much back for him or Familia. But I would have traded anybody could, like, besides those 2 guys and, the Nimos and the Confortos and, any of the young guys. But somebody needs, in my younger days, this would be me, but somebody needs to really heavily start the, fire the Wilpons, take the Wilpons, Major League Baseball. I don't have the energy, Andy. I'm too old. I don't have the fight in me to try to get a social media campaign going to fight the Wilpons. I don't have the energy.
Praino owned. Let him own a team.
I'm telling you, I don't have the energy in me to even like get a march going. I'm too old. I've got too much going on. I know I'm a no-name comedian that never works, but I sure do travel a lot for comedy for being such a fucking no-name hack.
I hate those comments. Oh, I hate those. I saw those too. I hate those. No-name hack. Loser. Look at my yard. You see this yard I got with my 200-pound wife? While I'm watching Larry, the cable guy, who is known on my fucking TV.
I am getting it done.
I got 2 kids. How many kids you got? Can't even fit 2 kids in that shithole apartment. God, I love Trump. You know what I liked about the Mets game? Were you following their Twitter?
Yeah.
Bro, the Mets Twitter was pretty on fire. It was pretty funny.
You mean the Mets team Twitter?
Yes,
or like
the Mets team Twitter.
Well, what did they tweet besides? I know they tweeted the monkey face.
Dude, they were making jokes. I was looked at all of them because I still follow the Mets.
Yeah.
From letting you pitch.
Yeah.
So I still follow them. Dude, they were tweeting jokes the whole game. A lot of football references.
Right. I mean, this is an ownership issue. It's disgusting at this point. There was a report came out from one of the other GMs. Somebody asked them, "Oh, are you talking to the Mets about Wheeler or something like that?" And he said, "I don't even know who I would talk to over there because Sandy Alderson left the team because he's fighting cancer. They have 3 guys acting as GM." He's like, "I don't even know who I'd call." What the fuck kind of organization? People want your players and they don't know who to call? Call 1-800 get the Mets. I don't know, like have a hotline.
We have
Andy,
a hotline.
Andy, I don't have the fight in me, man. Somebody's got some Mets fan out there. I'll support it. I'll push it. Start a website. Let's have a march down, at the stadium on the last home game. Down the Canyon of Heroes in New York, where a World Series parade would happen if we win it. Let's do it. But I can't organize it. I don't have the fight in me anymore, Andy. I'm too old. I have too many podcasts and too many comedy shows.
Bullshit. You don't work. Unnamed hack comic. Let me get back to this fucking Jeff Foxworthy marathon on fucking CMTV. I got to talk about this hand, foot, and mouth disease thing.
Yeah.
This is so fucking funny to me. So, 2 New York pitchers. Who is it? It's Syndergaard and Happ from the Yankees. They both contracted this thing called hand, foot, and mouth disease, which is normally what kids get. Or that sounds like something you get after you fuck a hooker in Tijuana. Like, dude, what happened to Brian? Well, he fucking raw dogged a girl in TJ, and he has not only the hand, also the foot and the mouth disease.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like a disease you get from like cattle.
Let me see here. They think they got it from kids. I'm reading this.
Right.
And they also, these dudes aren't. This is why you wash your fucking hands, guys. I preach washing your hands. I'm a big advocate. I'm like OCD.
I'm a big advocate on washing your hands.
If I'm gonna start a march, it's gonna be wash your hands march. I'm big on washing my hands. Even if I go outside and I come back in, I don't want to touch my dishes. I wash my hands. You got to wash those hands because then you get hand, foot, and mouth disease. I don't even know what that is. Like, what the fuck is this? This sounds like some 18th century shit.
Syndergaard tweeted about it, too. He tweeted about the trade no one saw coming. Him trading hand, foot, and mouth disease to J.A. Happ.
But what are the side effects of this?
I have no idea.
If only we had an intern to tell us.
Yeah. If only we had an intern. Look it up. If our next intern was a medical student, that'd be great. Can you get college credit for pre-med by working on a sports podcast?
Oh, that'd be great if we had a Dirty Sports intern doctor.
Yeah. I'd also love an adult that's going like back to school. Like maybe an adult who didn't go to college and now has decided to go to college, like what's his name in the Texas football movie, Necessary Roughness. Remember when Scott Bakula goes back to school at like 40? It'd be great if we could have that. That way they get some of our references. We'd be
Fuck
like,
it.
can't wait. He'd be like, I totally know what that is. That's Bart Scott. We're like, thank you. Finally.
Let's get Scott Bakula. What the fuck is he doing these days? I want fucking
Let Bakula intern. Now that's a campaign I could get behind.
God, why am I forgetting his show? The big show that he did.
What do you mean, Quantum Leap?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, we need Quantum Leap back on. Did you watch it? Like,
I loved Quantum Leap.
I didn't watch enough of that show.
Oh, boy. Every episode ended with him leaving where he was and leaping to a new location, and he'd have 2 seconds where he figured out where he was, and he'd go, oh, boy. I bet you're on YouTube, but I bet you there's an oh, boy supercut.
The comment section is on fire tonight.
Yeah.
Love it, Dirtballs. Keep up with those comments. Lots of things going on about this hand, foot, and mouth disease. I mean, just some ridiculous comments. I do know what it is, though. I pulled it up. Hand, foot, and mouth disease is a mild contagious viral infection common in young children. It's characterized by sores in the mouth and a rash on the hands and feet.
Gross.
Hand, foot, mouth disease is commonly caused by, bro, you think I could pronounce this? Coxsackie virus? Coxsackie virus?
Isn't Coxsackie in Ohio? I'm not even joking. Isn't Coxsackie in Ohio?
You think it's Chillicothe?
I don't know. I thought Coxsackie.
It's spelled C-O-X-A. I'm sorry, C-O-X.
S-A-C-K-I-E.
Yeah, virus. There's no specific treatment for the hand, foot, and mouth disease. There it is. Frequent hand washing and avoiding close contact with people who are infected with hand, foot, and mouth disease may reduce your child's risk of the infection.
Gross.
Maybe just everybody was sucking toes, bro. It's barely showing up.
Oh, boy. Look at this. We're there at 6 minutes of oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
They can't hear you, though. This is so low on our...
Come on. I'm showing it for you.
You got a job to do, so whatever it is.
Everywhere he goes.
Killer.
Oh, boy. Oh, he's a black man in the 50s. Love it. The Quantum Leap, oh, boy, supercut.
Oh, boy. We're getting those comments. All right. Anything else? Any other baseball stuff that I have on here? Oh, yeah. I want to bring this up. Let's talk about needing like a 40-year-old intern.
Right.
The Sandlot, this is baseball-related news. They're going to do a prequel to The Sandlot, which is now 25 years old. Now, I remember seeing The Sandlot in the theaters, man.
Yes.
I would have been, so if it's 25 years ago, I would have been 11.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. They're going to make a prequel. I do like this part from original director and writer David Mickey Evans and also a new writer. I do like that you're keeping some of the original behind the scenes people. However, what do we make, Praino?
I mean, no. Just can we just have new ideas? Is that crazy? At least it's a prequel. I'm so glad it's a prequel and not like a
remake.
Or not a remake, but also like, it's now, and there are kids all play on the same Little League team.
But one's a transgender.
Yeah.
One's a Hispanic kid who just escaped Guatemala, and he's trying to get his fucking Visa card. One's a black kid who came from Harlem. Another one's a girl who thinks she's a boy, but is really a girl. You never know. Sandlot remake.
Yeah. Like whenever they do that and then they bring the people back, like even like the fucking Star Wars thing, and then it's always like a nod to the old movies. Like, oh, they're all at dinner, and he's like, pass the potatoes. And he's like, I just ate the last one. He's like, you're killing me, Smalls. Benny the Jet's been returned to Mexico because Trump's president. The dog was put down in a kill shelter, and Ham's now just in charge of like a dog adoption program.
They're like, we're going to end puppy mills in between innings.
Yeah. But it'd be great if they did a Sandlot, like they did a new Sandlot, and all the parents were there, and then they hit the ball over the wall, and they were like, "We got to get that baseball," and the other kid pulls out his smartphone, and he's like, "Nah, it's cool. I just ordered a box of them on Amazon Prime. We'll come back tomorrow." Credits.
He's like, we should go to the baseball field and play. He's like, nah, dude, I got a Fortnite fucking marathon I'm doing tonight.
He's like, but that baseball was signed by Babe Ruth. He's like, it's cool. I just ordered a new one on eBay.
Well, I watched, so that the article that I just read it from was from the Hollywood Reporter, and I actually watched the video earlier today about the original cast, which is amazing. But I love seeing the original cast.
Yeah.
25 years later. But they even said, like, the director was like, we couldn't do this shit now.
Right.
Like the lines, you play ball like a girl.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine?
Actually, the director, I don't know if you've heard, but the director of The Sandlot, the new one, the same guy, right?
Yeah.
So, footage was revealed of that movie when they say that line, and he has now been fired from the new movie. So they found that footage, and they were like, this is offensive to women.
Makes sense.
And, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
They're like, we went through your old tweets first, but you're not on Twitter. So then we went through your movie, and you made this horribly sexist joke. So you've been fired. You'll be replaced by a woman. Jessica Mendoza will now be directing the new the new Sandlot.
I also saw something also new, too, that just was leaked right around that same time. I don't know if you saw this. Squints is actually going to jail, the actual actor.
Really?
Because he
raped Wendy Peppercorn?
Yeah. He acted like, he was, unconscious from drowning just to get a little tongue action.
Yeah.
And in the Me Too age, it doesn't matter if you were acting or not acting. He now is actually facing prison time.
And she's actually facing prison time for getting a little tongue while he was passed out because of the new Cosby rule.
Yeah.
So he was unconscious. She thought he was unconscious.
True.
Yeah.
Also, Wendy Peppercorn has also been charged with statutory rape.
Right.
There's a lot of things going on here.
They've also cut the s'mores scene from the movie due to its ridiculously high sugar content in the marshmallows. Like, they don't want kids getting the diabetes.
Yeah. And they're not doing fireworks anymore. There's no fireworks and they ride rides anymore.
Right.
Because fireworks are dangerous. So now it's going to be it's just gonna be, the old Batman where it just says bang.
Yeah.
And like the sayings or whatever. It's just gonna be that. Because we don't want kids getting the idea that you can be around fireworks because they could kill you.
Right.
Got to be safe these days.
So the prequel should be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing movie.
They're like, you play baseball like a less than good boy.
Now when Benny the Jet steals home in the final scene, he's actually running across Border Patrol.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it's going to end. Actually, the movie has nothing to do with baseball.
Well, what's funny is I heard in the prequel, a young Benny goes to turn a double play at shortstop, and a young Chase Utley breaks his legs and then drags him back to Mexico.
I got to read one of the comments here.
Okay.
The comment section's on fire here tonight. Cameron Smith says,
this is like the Rabble days.
This is. I like it. Love all the dirtball comments. He says, instead of throwing up from chaw, they get sick from eating gluten.
I'm just going. That's a good one. That gets the full Shia LaBeouf.
What's that Shia LaBeouf gift from?
Who knows? It might be from his remember when he just sat in the movie theater alone watching all his movies?
Yeah.
Might be from that, but who knows?
Well,
There's going to be a time when Twitter is only GIFs. It's just going to be, eventually it's going to be all GIFs.
I've noticed my tweets with GIFs is really turned up.
Oh, the mayor.
Oh, the mayor is chiming in on a live podcast.
How dare the mayor?
Come on up, mayor. We're here. We're live. It's lit. Why would he say I like Somalian babies?
I don't know. It's a strange one.
And the mayor has officially been fired from his job.
Yeah.
Someone heard that. They reported it, and he's lost his job.
The mayor's full name is Rudy Giuliani.
You are looking good, Praino.
Thank
We
you.
referenced it earlier in the show. I will say, I love those flag and anthem, those brick jeans.
I felt like my Mets needed a bump after their terrible, terrible loss, so I figured I'd go with some orange and blue. I went with the flag and anthem, brick jeans, the original These were the original, like, you got to have them.
Yeah.
Remember? And then you got them.
I copped
And
you,
then,
bro.
and then they came down on my list because I was like, I can't go out. Ruther might be wearing them. Now they're like special occasions and rocking them with my dude T-shirt. But that's the best part about Flag and Anthem. Flag and Anthem goes with everything.
It really does. We put in some new orders today ourselves. Love how soft those shirts are.
Yeah.
Dude, they're summer. I don't know. They're not summer, but whatever. Just their shirts.
The T-shirts
that I wear for the summertime are so soft.
The short shirts that are thin and short that I wear in the summer.
Yeah.
T-shirts.
The T-shirts.
T-shirts.
They're amazing. Guys, you got to get those. Go to flagandanthem.com, drop promo code DIRTY at checkout. You get 25% off your first order. It's a great deal, and I always say this, it really is not going to be around forever. So take advantage of this offer right now. Flagandanthem.com, promo code DIRTY, 25% off.
You know, somebody asked me a while ago about the palm trees shirt I had. Remember the black shirt with the palm trees?
Oh, yeah.
And I went today to pick out some new Flag and Anthem stuff, and they had a new arrivals. They have a sweet new light blue palm tree T-shirt. It's like looks like it's got a sun rising with palm trees behind it. It's dope. It's their new version of that. So get that one. The guy who, I forget who it was, who wanted the palm trees. They didn't have it anymore. So don't worry, we got a new one.
And once again, guys, if you send me any screenshot of you with doing a Flag and Anthem order, I will follow you back. Twitter, Instagram, you name it. And Joe wants to see a picture of you rocking the gear.
I want to see you rocking the gear. I want to see those hot looks.
Well, there's some big NBA news. Which
is there?
There is, and it didn't get that much traction, but this is a game changer for where the league is headed. And once again, dude, I think Adam Silver is doing a tremendous job as a commissioner. He's, in my opinion, way above the other leagues as far as being ahead of his time. The NBA now has a partnership business deal with MGM.
Fantastic.
I mean, but my point is, like, I was watching this unfold. I actually was watching the conference. It was barely trending. This is my point. Legal gambling is now in bed with a pro sports league. I don't know if I would have seen this happen this quickly.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. It's smart. Why have a potential for somebody rigging games and doing all that when you can keep the biggest name in gambling in MGM, partner with them, and, you know, have a man on the inside?
So this is the details of the deal. It's expected to be in the range of 3 years and $25 million, according to Darren Rovell. And this is what it entails. Basically, MGM will now be allowed to use league highlights, names, logos, and a direct data feed, while marketing itself as the official gaming partner of both the WNBA and the NBA.
Wow.
Which might actually give you a reason to watch WNBA games because you can bet on them.
Yeah.
So they have access to all this stuff, and it sounds like a good match made in heaven here.
Yeah. Why not? I'm excited about it. More legal gambling.
Yeah. It's like how many times are Joe and I going to say this? It's like legalizing drugs or prostitution. When you legalize it and legitimize it, everyone makes more money. It only makes sense.
Except bookies. Except the criminals.
But that's the point. How much, again, I don't know anything about it. I just had the guys on, our friends on the Dent Report. We're talking about cannabis, Will and Maddie. But I'd love to see the stats, like how much crime has gone down after this first year in California once they legalized cannabis.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean,
it'll be the same way with gambling.
It'll be the same thing, but it has the same pros and the same cons. I'm sure there'll be some sort of taxation situation. Maybe the VIG is bigger. I don't know how it works. Maybe these states are taking that directly from the casinos. I don't know. I haven't been to a sports book here in California yet.
Because they don't exist.
Right. Well, do they have a sports book like down in Hollywood Park?
I mean, not where you could bet on
games,
like a basketball game, just horse racing.
Got it.
Yeah.
So It'll be interesting to see what happens. But certainly, there's for degenerate gamblers love to bet on credit. You won't be able to do that. You'll have to have money. In the end, I think gambling more so than probably pot, it's going to make it better.
Yeah. And I think, again, I just
can't wait for the ease of it. I can't wait to be able to go to an Applebee's and make some sports bets.
I've read up on California. I think it's going to take a minute here. I don't think it's going to happen in the next couple of years, which means we still have to hop in the car and go to Las Vegas,
or bet online.
Yeah. So, but the NBA is doing it, which means I'd assume everybody's going to follow suit.
Right.
The other leagues.
Except probably the NFL, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. They'll probably be the last ones. The NFL will be like, well, we'll only do this if you play the national anthem before everyone makes a bet.
Yeah. They'll be like, do any black guys work in your organization? They'll be like, yeah, lots of them. Oh, well, we can't do this.
Can we talk about this Tristan Thompson, Draymond Green fight?
Like, the only problem about, I don't mind talking about it, but the only problem is, like, is there any proof that this happened?
That's my point. Did you
any?
Dude, I tweeted out on Dirty Sports. That was my tweet. I said, until we see proof, this is a Kris Jenner concoction, because then suddenly Tristan Thompson's mentioned, and then Chloe's always mentioned. I don't know, man. Conspiracy theory?
Nothing. No pics.
No vids.
No
social media.
Like, who broke this story?
It's a good question.
Has Draymond talked about it? Has Tristan talked about it? Like,
yes, Draymond finally talked about it on Instagram. He tweeted an Instagram story saying it's all bullshit. He's claiming it's bullshit. Basically, they were at a post ESPYs party, I believe, hosted by LeBron James.
Right.
And
now Draymond, you saw the LeBron James barbershop thing. Draymond's in it. So, like, Draymond and LeBron are apparently friends.
So this was leaked from Gossip.com.
Come on. DirtySports.com announces. Can we just make up some shit and put it on DirtySports.com? Why don't we?
Fuck yeah, we
Why
could.
don't we ever fucking? God, that's what our next intern's got to be.
Then,
just like a fake sports gossip writer.
Then a website called The Athletic followed up.
Right.
Start a free trial to read the full article. Kill yourself. No, I will not. You fucking dickhead. Okay, so this is the details from what happened. Supposedly, there was no argument, no squaring up, no taking it outside. It was a sucker punch, said one source who attended the party, Praino. But to be honest, it wasn't really a punch. It was more of a shove, like a mush face.
Right.
We have brothers. The brothers always did the mush face.
It's what Charles Oakley did when he was in the Garden.
Yeah. So that's apparently what happened. And then supposedly both LeBron and KD broke it up. LeBron went to his teammate, Tristan Thompson, and then KD went to Draymond Green. And then apparently LeBron was so mad that he left the party. Again, supposedly.
Yeah.
We have zero footage of this, zero pictures. I ain't buying it until we see something.
I'm not buying that 5 NBA players were hanging out and not one single one of them was Instagramming. Has that ever happened? Yo, sup, me and Draymond? Oh shit, he got mush faced. Throw your phone out. Everybody, Tom Brady, your phones.
Yeah, I'm not buying it, man. I don't know. It is pretty amazing to think. Not one video. This is an ESPYs party.
Not one person on, like, not one real source coming out.
Gossip.
And the Athletic.
Dude, you're right though, man.
Sports.com was reporting.
You can literally just release anything. I mean, I'll bring it up again. I still have all of T.O.'s dating profile shots. I have those saved in my phone.
We need an intern that's going to be all about starting the Dirty Sports gossip site, because between our Twitter following and your crazy Twitter thing, I feel like we could turn Dirty Sports into like just a full bullshit story site.
We could if we wanted.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's start pumping out horseshit articles.
The thing is,
Sources told Dirty Sports Greg Popovich punched Kawhi Leonard at a recent Applebee's trip in Cincinnati, Ohio. There'll all be subtle references to the Dirty Sports so that people come and listen to the show. Subscribe here to the podcast to hear more.
I mean, this website, The Athletic, they want you to pay. They want you to start a free trial to read their insider's take. And to be honest, we're around enough shit. Enough athletes go to Venice Beach. We can just get footage on our own.
Look, I'm not putting it out of the complete realm of possibilities. I mean, Tristan Thompson, still now living in Cleveland. No LeBron. We all know what people in Cleveland are like. Super angry. Now no LeBron. Oh, man. Mushing people's faces.
That would be the NBA thing to do, though.
Right?
It wouldn't be a fight. It would
because
be
that's the thing. Like
a face mush.
Like no NBA players ever delivered a punch. So it's like, can you imagine that they're at an ESPYs party?
They're like, oh my God, did you see that amazing monologue by Danica Patrick?
Unless Chris Childs was there, no one got punched in the face.
Yeah. Unless the only reason nobody got it on film was that we've attended these events where no phones are allowed. But I highly doubt, like you said, an NBA player event.
The ESPYs?
A post-ESPYs party. But it's still a private party.
Yeah. There's phones there. I don't buy it. And if I do, I think it was just them talking trash, and then it's like, oh, some bumping. Everybody goes, no. They almost got into a fight.
I mean, TMZ would have this in a second.
By the way, one of my new favorite things on the internet, people have just not laid off Kevin Durant, and I kind of love it. I sent you the one with Kevin Hart where he's like, my pussy hurts. That was amazing. And then I talked about it on Dirty Slides today. I saw it was like a meme. It looked like something out of Shark Week. It's just like a big picture of a blue whale swimming, and it had like text, and I was like, oh, what is this? And it was like, fun fact, the blue whale's vagina is so big that 3 to 5 human men could lay down inside of it, making it the second biggest vagina in the world behind Kevin Durant. And I was like, oh, shit, I did not see that coming.
Yeah, some dirtball sent me something the other day. They were drilling him, because it's Team USA stuff now.
Yeah.
They were drilling him still about the
CJ McCollum podcast.
Did you see that?
Yeah, the interview. What? So I'm mad? Why am I mad? Why isn't he mad? Who's mad? I'm mad. You're mad. He's mad. We're mad. Mad. You're like, what's happening? Why are you losing it?
I think Kevin Durant, he just can't go on the internet at this point.
Dude, get Kevin Durant off the internet.
Like, bro, you just can't go on.
Someone take Kevin Durant's phone.
You just can't go on social media.
No.
If you were...
My pussy hurts.
What is that?
I have no idea.
What is that Kevin Hart clip from?
I have no idea.
Yo, Kevin Hart, man. I don't know when he sleeps. Do you know Kevin Hart? Kevin Hart, I'm sure you're not going to be surprised. I can't wait to hear your reaction to this. Shaq did something. You know me, I love Shark Week, and I'm still like catching up on all of them. Shaq did something.
By the way, we have to talk about this before we move on. I think Shark Week is literally the worst.
It's not. You learn a lot.
You know what I think is the worst part of entertainment? Reenactments.
But they're not. You haven't watched them. Every show I've watched has not been a reenactment.
B-roll.
What are you watching?
Shark Week.
You didn't, though. You didn't watch it. No, you didn't.
I was watching Shark Week
Praino,
while I was in San Diego.
You weren't, because I've watched now. I've watched about 5 or 6 programs. None of them are reenactments.
I
watch the shows where they're going in with the sharks.
Here's what I think. I think that Shark Week does this, and the majority of people don't realize that this is not actual footage of fucking sharks. It's like they're piecing together B-roll and like putting together a shark story that is not like it's not like, oh,
That's
look
just
at
not
the shark.
true.
I just
You're not watching it. You're not watching it.
I literally just watched it.
People are going. I just watched the thing on tiger sharks in the Galapagos Islands. They're literally finding tiger sharks, filming them, tagging them. It's interesting. You're learning about why the tiger sharks have come there. They normally were not there. You're learning because it's a food source. I learn a lot when I watch Shark Week. Are there bullshit programs like the one with Shaq and Ronda Rousey? I don't really watch those. I watch the one with Shaq because I like Shaq. All the other ones, they're very well produced.
I think Shark Week is the most overrated thing in the history of television.
You're not watching it though.
I just watched it. And I was like,
you didn't, Joe.
The garbage.
Joe, explain to the listeners you watching it. Background noise at a bar when you're with
and then in our condo in San Diego.
Name the program you watched.
It was Shark Week.
No, because I can name the different programs I watched.
And I can't because I was like, this is awful. Turn off.
You just don't like sharks, dude.
First of all, who likes sharks?
I do.
Well, you haven't learned on Shark Week that they'll kill you?
I could get killed walking across the street. I think sharks are a fascinating creature. I'm a big fan of sharks. In fact, I want to go swimming with sharks. That's like on my Andy Ruther list. In a cage and then also in the free ocean.
I highly recommend you do that. And then when you get thrashed, Tug Coker will just slide right in. And this will be changed to the Handsome Sports Podcast.
I just think you don't know what you're talking about.
I watched Shark Week. Garbage. I'm starting to think that you don't know that some of these shows are pieced together.
Dude, you act like I don't know what I'm watching.
I'm starting to think you don't.
It's not.
You know the Sandlot's not a documentary about a Little League baseball team, right?
You're just being a dick, bro. You're being a dick about Shark Week because you don't understand it.
And also, by the way, I heard that Kevin Hart is playing the black pitcher in the Sandlot prequel.
Well, the reason this all got started was because the episode, which again was kind of a bullshit
Don't bring up Shark Week around Andy because we go, my pussy hurts.
You don't understand, dude. My
shark pussy hurts.
My parents will vouch for this. My love and fascination of sharks has gone back since I was like a kid. Like I did reports on sharks, like always as a kid. I used to own a shark attack shirt where it looked like you got attacked. Like I'm obsessed with sharks.
Oh, that's really, really nice thing to do for people who've actually been attacked by a shark. Oh, I had a T-shirt back in the day. It made it look like I had one arm. Oh, an amputee guy. What an asshole.
I never should have brought up Kevin Hart making a cameo on Shark Week with Rob Riggle.
Jesus.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Fuck.
That was the episode with Shaq. So you don't think Shaq was really underwater in a cage with sharks?
And was Kevin Hart and Rob Riggle there too?
They weren't underwater.
Is this Hack Week or Shark Week? Shaq, hack, shark.
Like I said, I picked the programs. Dude, it makes me want to go to places. I would love to go to the Galapagos Islands.
Rob, serious question. Was the show with Rob Riggle, Kevin Hart, and Shaq called Hack-a-Shaq?
It was called, I think it was called Shaq Week instead of Shark Week.
How about Shark Week? I'd rather watch Shark Week than Shark Week. I'd rather watch adults shitting their pants.
You just don't have an appreciation for sharks. And
I don't have appreciation for fucking what horrible network is it on?
Discovery.
The shitty Discovery reenactment production.
It's not. I love Discovery. It's where I watch a lot of great animal shows like Savage Kingdom, which is a phenomenal show about, the safari in Africa. You know what? Fuck you, Praino. You just can't appreciate the finer things of life, and you can't appreciate animals like me. That's what it boils down to. I want to go swim with sharks. I want to go on a safari in Africa.
Well, you should move back to the country. and be amongst the animals. Get yourself a backyard in Ohio where there's, I guess, Bengals. Are there tigers in Ohio? How the fuck did that become their name?
You know why? You want to hear the history, actually?
I would love to.
Paul Brown, who founded both, obviously, the Browns and the Bengals, came from Massillon, Ohio, and they're the Massillon Tigers. So he didn't want to be, that's right near where the NFL Hall of Fame is, close to Canton. He didn't want to be the Cincinnati Tigers because they're already the Tigers. So it was the Bengal Tiger, so they chose Bengals. That's the history behind it. The more you know, guys.
Did you learn that one on the Jungle Book on Discovery Channel?
No, I didn't.
They had an actor blurred out.
That's what I don't like. You get everybody worked up in the comments section.
Why? What's everybody saying?
It just turns into
lead some of the comments.
It just turns into a Ruther roast. That's what it turns into.
Let's hear some comments.
It just turns into a Ruther roast.
It's like the Rabble days all over again.
Joe, what would you rather watch? This is actually a question. Ken Burns baseball or Shark Week? We already know that.
Yeah, I loved Ken Burns baseball. You just watched a Ken Burns documentary yourself. A little long, a little boring, but at least it's actual footage.
So is Shark Week. I would rather watch Shark Week if they threw. I would only watch Shark Week if they threw Tim Kurchin out there to die. Swimming with whales would be better, dude. You know what? Whatever, guys.
Go down to Manhattan Beach. Go to El Porto. You can swim with sharks down there.
No, not like that. I want to go with people who know what the fuck they're doing.
Well, what kind of pussy shit is that, bro?
Because I want to live.
Let me live. I don't want to swim with sharks like that. Those are two of my favorite things on the internet, by the way. I sent you mine today. Like my gift that I do the most these days, the act out, the Shaq shimmy shack gift. Yeah. And now that's gonna be it's gonna be used a lot on the Dirty Sports coming up.
Well, I did stop by the paddleboard. Would you call them a company? The one in Marina Del Rey at Mother's Beach?
Oh yeah, the rental place?
Yeah. During my run yesterday. Speaking of going out in the ocean. Holy shit. I had no clue paddleboards were so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Bro.
Wait, did you stop at a rental place or a buying place? I
stopped at the rental place because I'm curious about paddleboarding.
Right.
And they also sell. And he took me in the giant truck and was showing me, this version. And he's like, dude, a new one's like $1,000.
Yeah. I mean, you can get them cheaper.
He said you can get a good used one for like $600, but he was showing me the different lengths of the paddle boards, and he's like, you could get an inflatable one, that's your cheapest, but if it pops, you're fucked.
Yeah, don't get an inflatable one.
But I'm gonna actually just try it. It's only $25 an hour
to do it in the marina.
Yeah.
You know what the horrible part of that is? Your first time doing it, it's not gonna be easy.
He said balancing is not easy.
No, it's not easy, especially the first time. You get the hang of it, but you're gonna fall in the water. You're going to get hoof and foot and mouth and eye and ear and pussy disease in that fucking marina water. That marina water is just full of shit and gasoline. So all the boats just dump their shit in there. That's what they don't tell you. You don't go in the water at Mother's Beach when you go to the fucking food trucks, do you?
I've never been in the water at Mother's Beach.
Don't. It's a cesspool. It's the biggest marina in the United States.
It is?
Yeah, it might even be like one of the biggest marinas in the world.
Marina Del Rey?
Yeah. Yes.
I guess it is pretty big.
It's massive. And it costs money to dump your waste. So people just drop their boat shit in the water. Do not swim in the marina water. I had to jump into the marina water one time for my keys fell in the fucking marina. I had to fucking get under. I showered under like a fucking fire hose.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Because it's so close. I think it's a great way for me to learn.
No, you should do it. And it's not going to help. It's not going to help to be really nervous about falling in. That's not going to help. But,
it's that difficult to stand on a board.
The first time, yeah. You're going to be like, what the fuck? But then you'll get the hang of it. Like the second time you go, you won't fall. The first time you go, you might not fall after you fall a few times. Like you pick it up.
I mean, it's worth it, right? And he said he goes as a local.
Yeah.
He
Except
go-
that you're going to get face aids.
He's like, you get a discount,
kooks.
$20 for an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty cheap deal.
Yeah.
I had no clue about the water, but it makes sense.
Oh, that water's disgusting.
Those poor animals, though, because the amount of seals and sea lions I see.
Yeah. Those seals are white originally. They're just covered in shit.
Because when I bike at night, you know, I love biking around the marina, and I always hear the seals, and you see the seals.
Also, the seals are shitting in that water, too. It's like, you know, and it's enclosed. It's not like the ocean.
Yeah. Who knew? I guess I don't have that many other options. Praino, can we talk about these Lakers jerseys?
Yeah.
Shout out to our boy, Pizza Staro.
Yeah. Did he tag us in it?
Well, he wanted you to comment on it because he
Yeah.
tweeted and I retweeted his tweet. I don't get this.
Get the black out.
So, for you guys who haven't seen it, the new Lakers jerseys, the side panels
Are gone.
they're adding the black side panel.
So originally it was the yellow jerseys had a purple side panel. The purple jerseys had a yellow side panel. And I don't know what the white jerseys had. I don't even know why they wear white jerseys, honestly. But now the yellow jerseys are not going to have a side panel at all, which actually looks okay.
I think that looks good.
The purple with a black side panel, purple and black. What is this, Grimace after a fight?
And then it looks like the white ones. Do the white ones have a side panel?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
But just keep the black out entirely. If you want to do like what they did a couple years ago, they did like a black Mamba jersey or whatever. Like if you want to have a black jersey that you wear for whatever, fine, go for it. But don't add black to the Lakers. Why would you do that?
Dude, the Lakers.
The Mets added black years ago, and it's one of the worst things that's ever happened.
The Lakers are one of the most storied franchises in the NBA. Not only because of all their championships, because of their look, right? Just like the Celtics. You know, like those are the two, and the Knicks, right? We say those are the three most storied.
And obviously, the Lakers are from Minnesota.
Yes.
By the lakes. Purple, yellow. Same as the Vikings.
Exactly.
What the fuck does black have to do with anything?
I just, like, why are you fucking with it?
I remember a couple years ago they did like the Hollywood Knights jersey or whatever, but it's like, nah, fuck that. Keep that black out of there. Black has never made any uniform without black.
Why do they always add blacks?
Well, because they want to have a winning basketball team for one.
That came out so wrong. I didn't mean to say blacks. Why do they always add black to uniforms?
Because they think it'll sell more. I think it'll sell more merchandise.
But why? What is this obsession
remember
with
the
black?
whole 30 for 30 about like fucking, you know,
the Raiders,
NWA, and everybody wears black everything, and yeah.
No, but I'm not just talking about the Lakers or Los Angeles.
You're wearing a Cincinnati Reds. You're wearing a black Cincinnati Reds hat.
True. And black mesh shorts.
Yeah, but I mean the mesh shorts is one thing, but like Cincinnati doesn't wear. Your colors aren't black.
Well, they do have black in their uniform now.
Yeah, but they didn't for a long time. Now they do. Now you bought a black fucking hat. And voila. You're literally the poster child.
Damn.
Thwarted again.
Point proven.
I like that it's on delay. So then we looked over at you, looked over the comments, and it's you looking down at yourself, realizing you're wearing black.
It's like a minute delay on YouTube.
Is it a minute?
Yeah, like this is like a 10 seconds on the actual Mevo screen, but YouTube's maybe like a minute.
No, it's not that long.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. One more NBA story. Do you want to put on the headphones? Do you want me to play this?
Sure. I don't know what this is, but let's do it.
Well, shout out. I forget whoever sent this via DM. Basically, the Warriors players name their top 5 rappers.
Okay.
Of all time. So I have this. This is an Instagram. This is an Instagram clip of the Warriors players naming their top 5 rappers of all time.
Great.
Joe Praino.
Can't wait.
All right, so let's see what we got here.
Top 5 rappers of all time.
Jay-Z, Drake, Nas, Tupac, and Biggie.
All right, so I'll pause it after each one. That was Steph. I don't know the order. Sorry, guys. That's Steph Curry, his top 5 rappers of all time. He has Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, Drake, and Tupac.
Like, I mean, it's somewhat respectable. I wouldn't have Tupac in my top 5, but, you know, I know a lot of people love Tupac. Having Drake in your top 5 is an embarrassment, and Steph should be embarrassed.
Well, you'll notice a trend with that, Praino, with Drake. That was this big surprise here. I mean, it wasn't a surprise.
I mean, Jay-Z, Biggie, Nas, like, you can't really argue.
Who would you have instead of Tupac?
In my top 5?
Are you going to go like another East Coast guy?
I mean, in my top, like, man, it's tough.
It's tough.
I haven't really broken down
like,
my
where
top 5.
Where do you put somebody like a Chuck D?
Not in my top 5.
Okay.
I mean, I'd put a Rakim higher than Tupac and Drake, and certainly Chuck D. I mean, first of all,
we got Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah. But, like, I mean, how about what Kanye's done? There's a lot of Kanye disrespect. Like, not a lot of people talk about Kanye. It's like, I mean, are we just talking about flow? Are we talking about, like, the whole thing? Because Drake certainly has no fucking. Drake's not exactly spitting bars. He's making more pop music than fucking Kanye is.
Well, how far?
How about Eminem?
I was just gonna say, how far has Eminem fallen off? I mean, shit. He had a run there. He had some fucking great. I'm not just talking songs, albums consecutively.
Yeah. I mean,
let me put it this way: to put Drake ahead of Eminem is, and I've been critical of Eminem's music the last 10 years or whatever,
right? And because but that doesn't mean.
But it's disrespectful.
I mean, Biggie's been dead for 10 years, so.
10. He's been dead for 20, bro.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So you can't really judge Eminem on the last. Like, I mean, first of all, I do think Biggie's up there, but you do get the sort of Kurt Cobain factor. He hasn't been around to put out bad albums.
Yeah, true. All right, so that's Steph Curry. Let's see what we got next.
Got Tupac, Biggie, Nas, J. Cole. Got to throw someone in the Bay from there. I was throwing Too Short or Mac Dre. Got to throw some Bay love to one of them two.
All right, so that was Klay Thompson.
Right.
So they're all going with the generic cop-out. They are.
What's the cop-out?
Well, just saying Tupac and Biggie. It's just too easy.
I mean.
But he had a lot of the same. He had Jay-Z, Nas, or no, he didn't have Nas, did he? No.
No, yeah. No, he had Jay-Z.
Tupac, Biggie.
Yeah, Jay-Z,
J.
Tupac,
Cole.
J. Cole. Yeah.
And then, Too Short? And so you just took somebody from the Bay.
Right.
Just to do it. All right, you want to hear what Kevin Durant has to say?
Yes. Can't wait.
I thought you were going to just do it on cue. Like, what does Kevin Durant have to say? All right, here's what he has to say.
Drake, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole.
All right, so Kevin Durant had, who do you have? He had Drake, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole.
I mean, the J. Cole shit. I just don't understand the J. Cole shit. I don't understand.
Can I make a confession?
Yeah.
It's not J. Cole. You know how I've been listening because, dude, I'll be honest. I'm way late to it, but I was curious to hear her because I haven't heard her. I've been listening to a lot of Cardi B just to hear her shit. I will say I like a lot of her music. I'll just say it here. I'm ready for you to just destroy me.
The only song I know is Pretty Fire. The fucking BoJack Horseman or whatever it is.
I think she's got some all right music.
Great.
I'm ready for the dirtballs to pounce.
Okay, keep going.
Okay.
Swaggy P. He better have his girl in there.
Is this Swaggy P?
Who's that?
No, this is this Bell?
Yeah, you're right. It's Bell.
Kendrick, and Kendrick.
Wow. He went with the Dylon.
Dylon.
I spit hot fire.
You're too close, man. You know what we should do, man? We should just get really stoned one night and watch those old Chappelle shows. I actually have them. I have a DVD player around here somewhere in my closet, and I have season 1 and 2 on DVD. And I'm sure it's probably, we don't even need to do that. I'm sure it's on, what am I talking about? I'm sure it's on Hulu or some shit. All right, Swaggy P, this should be interesting.
I don't want to get in trouble. Top 5 rappers of all time.
Jay-Z, Drake, Nas.
Oh, he doesn't have one.
He didn't want to get in trouble because he didn't want to not say his girl. I might go, if you forced me, if you gun to my head, forced me to pick my top 5. I really think my top 8 is more like of an appropriate number. But if you forced me to do top 5, I might do, in no particular order, because I think it's really hard to really actually rank, but like Jay-Z, Biggie, Rakim, Kanye. That's why I say 5 is hard. Then it's like, do I go Nas? Do I go Ghostface? Do I go... It might be Nas.
What are you basing this off of? Like when we say top 5 best rappers of all time, are we talking about a combination of everything? Freestyle, lyricist?
First of all, so I just talked about this I've mentioned it a few times, but I just mentioned it on the recently released 5th episode of the Joe Praino podcast with Guy Fiorita, because that was right after the Kanye Summer albums came out, and he was like, let's talk about the Kanye Summer albums. And he's been working for Adidas. First things first, if I can't bump it in my car with the windows open because I don't have air conditioning in a fucking 79 Cadillac driving down the street, you're immediately out. You're immediately not even in my consideration. And that goes for guys like Kanye's put out songs and like albums where I'm like, I don't know, but like even on Kanye's first couple albums, I'd be like, that's a skip. Like, I'm not playing fucking this shit with my windows open. Like, it immediately it has to bang hard enough where like, yo, I don't give a fuck. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
So to me, like Jay-Z and Biggie are like fucking sure things. Rakim is a sure thing. Like Nas, pretty much a sure thing. Like I'm talking about, and by sure thing, I mean like you can bang all of their songs and be like, these are fucking, because it doesn't get lame. Kanye, he's got some lame shit in there, but Kanye's put out a lot of fucking music, and a lot of it's really good, and a lot of it's like sonically masterpieces. Like the production value of it's good, and then he's dropping rhymes on it, and he works with a lot of good people. He's got a lot of good features, and like, you know, I like Kanye. I've always been like a low key fan of Kanye's music. Guy's a douche. I always thought that he put out too much. Like, it's like, dude, you put out 8 bangers, but you put out a 17-song album. And then, like, dude, Eminem, but, like, Eminem always had, like, a couple corny tracks, too. Like, the Wu-Tang, but, like, those aren't just, that's a band. You know what I mean? That's a group. That's not a rapper. Best, like, overall rapper in that is definitely Ghostface. And then, like, the most dynamic would probably be Method Man. So those guys are 1-2 for me, even though RZA is like easily my favorite Wu-Tang member. But then like Slick Rick, but that's like, now you're going back far enough where you're like, you have to factor in that they just like I mean, you're working with like the guy's got a piano and like a fucking drum kit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's different production value.
Yeah, but like Rakim's production value and his flow is like that shit holds up today. And I'm a fucking ASAP Rocky fan. Like
I know you are.
I'll stand for ASAP Rocky. Like people throw him like the idea that people are like J. Cole, and I'm like, what the like? I would be embarrassed to listen to 60% of J. Cole songs with my fucking windows down. Now, like modern music, people think that's popular. All of those guys have them in their top 5 ever. So like maybe I shouldn't be embarrassed about it, but I'm not worried about what other people think of me. I'm worried about like, what do I think of me?
Yeah.
I can't fucking be listening. I'm like, people go top 5 J. Cole. I'm like, where's Usher on your list, bro? Like, where's Lil Jon? Like, to me, he's a pop star. He's making pop rap. I want fucking gangster rap.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. But see, Nas, I never fully got into Nas, but again, I don't know.
Illmatic, bro. Start there.
But I feel like he was too slow a lot of times for me.
But it's not about slow. Then the slow with the flow is like totally different. Like I don't need corny like dancey dance shit. Now, like Kanye will put out Kanye and Outkast will put out shit that's like dancey, but like I don't need like pop rap. Like Nelly's kind of like pop rap.
Yeah, Nelly's pop rap for sure, but it's catchy. You know what I mean? I like the stuff.
And by the way, I like Kendrick Lamar too.
I like stuff I can dance to.
I like Kendrick Lamar too. I think Kendrick Lamar is great, but like I also need more hood, more gangster.
Yeah, I feel ya.
Like he's up there though. I like Kendrick.
I've been listening to
Danny Brown.
Danny Brown.
That's my boy. Now I'm only embarrassed to fucking roll. I'll roll down and play some Danny Brown, but then I'm like, fuck, he's talking about eating pussy for like the whole song.
I was listening to a bunch of Master P in the last week too. I mean, he's not up there for top 5. But,
yeah.
But like, I was listening because I think I was a sophomore in high school when Ghetto Dope came out, and I was like that hit us hard. Like I really liked a lot of his songs. They were catchy, but he wasn't poppy either. He was like, it was more grimy with him, and he just had a whole like new approach. Remember the CD covers looked so different.
Yeah.
I would love to interview Master P because
but like some of that, and that's the thing, like some of that poppier shit, not like I'm saying not that, but like some of that poppier shit, it has a place. But like you can't claim him. You can't like no one's out here going Mace's top 5. You know, and like Outkast, I don't think they could be in your top 5 because there's 2 of them. So like, how do you separate? Like honestly, I might think Big Boy's better than Andre. And then like Eminem's up there.
Yeah, no, he for sure is.
I think I'd have an easier time putting together a top 10 than a top 5 because all those guys that I just mentioned would be like top 10. The guys that just like bang all the time. But I'd have low key people that you'd be like, how is that guy not in your top 10? I'll be like, sorry, not for me, bro. I'm a low key Kanye fucking slurper though.
I'm not against that. I
think he might be in my top 5. And I've hated on Kanye a lot too.
I like a lot of Kanye's music myself though. I do. I like a lot of his
I think
music.
the shit he put out this summer was dope. Especially the shit with Kid Cudi. By the way, Kid Cudi is fucking dope as shit.
What are you talking about? I was the one saying. I said when he released.
Well, first of all, I came around to the whole. Again, I put it together.
You shit on me for saying I didn't think it was that bad.
I came around to the whole thing of one. So I told you, I talked about this. This is what I did. Because what Kanye's done in the past is he's put out too much. Now I took it. First of all, I took out that murder thing immediately. That's like, I've removed that from my phone. Your fucking spoken word murder shit that threw me off the whole fucking scent. That's out. That's not even coming on my shit accidentally. And then I put it all together. Kids See Ghosts, the Pusha album, the Kanye album. I made it all into one thing. I put together I redid Kanye's album for him. I executive produced the order, and I have a 20-track legit Pusha T, Kid See Ghost, Kanye. And that when you fit it together like that, it stands up a little better. But I did come around on even his album. But first things first, you got to get that Def Poetry Slam about killing yourself out.
What about Insane Clown Posse?
I don't even know why you would have brought them up when you're sitting here not going to an Insane Clown Posse
That's
show.
why I brought them up. I did hop on SeatGeek to see.
Yeah.
They're not here anytime soon. There's a fucking doll convention going outside my fucking yard tonight.
Anybody chiming in with their rap?
Yeah, everybody's chiming in.
Oh, let's get you just read some while I go get a beer.
Andre 3000, Kanye, J. Cole, Biggie, Nas, Drake, Eminem, Kendrick, Kanye, Lonzo Ball. What about Grandmaster Flash? Eminem is trash. Kendrick's trash. Kanye's all right. I mean, we're all over the map here.
Eminem hurt himself because he did like Kanye, where he'd put out like fucking 20 song albums, and then like half of them are trash. And he's got like he'd always do like 2 songs that are supposed to be like pop, like it always like like this is gonna be the fucking music video. Then he's gonna do some dope shit. Then he's gonna do some just straight up killing his mom and fucking weird shit. But like in the middle, you always had like, yo, that was kind of dope. Like there was always like 5 or 6 songs in there like, yo, those were fire.
Yeah. No, I agree, man.
And also the very, very, very first Eminem. Pretty fucking awesome.
The first album?
Yeah.
See, I like the Marshall Mathers LP better. I like his second album better.
I like the first one where it was just like, yo, this guy's fucking crazy.
I agree. Dude, if he goes back to being a fucking nut job, talking about burying his mom and fucking killing Kim and throwing her in the fucking trunk of his car, like...
Too bad no one shot 50 Cent after 2 albums. Remember that shit? Get Rich or Die Trying was fucking beasting.
Funny you say that. I brought that back. I've had, dude, you know how it is with Spotify. I'm sitting at home working. I was bringing back I was listening to Get Rich or Die Trying, then I was listening to The Massacre too, which was a drop off, but he still had some hits, man.
Massacre was the third one, right? Wasn't Curtis second, or was it?
I'm not sure actually.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But get the fuck out of here with this Drake nonsense. If you have Drake in your top 5 all time, unsubscribe. Who are you? And what do you stand for? Did you just listen to the music with your windows up?
What about Snoop?
And you just sit.
What about Snoop Dogg?
Dude, I love Snoop, but I love Snoop, but he's not in this conversation and doesn't deserve to be. It doesn't belong. Snoop, I feel like Snoop is like
his first album. That's where I put him. His first album was great.
Snoop is the original 2 Chainz. Like, I'd rather hear featuring Snoop than Snoop.
Yeah. I can see you there. I can see you on that.
And I don't want to show any disrespect to all of the members of the Wu-Tang, but we're just talking about, the RZA put out some fucking dope solos. Jizza, Raekwon, Method Man, Redman. I mean, I don't think Redman's in a top 5 conversation, but Redman's underrated.
Him and Meth Man put out some good music together. Right?
Yeah. I've always said Method Man is like the front man of the Wu-Tang Clan.
You know what I saw in the theater? I saw How High in the theater.
Really?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
I was in high school.
Were you really high?
No, because I didn't smoke weed. I probably got high maybe once or twice in high school. For those of you who don't know, the premise of How High.
That's like I saw Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas like the summer after high school. I'd read the book, but then after I walked out, I was like, I gotta go get some acid right now.
Yeah, the premise of How High is Method Man and Redman smoke their dead friends' ashes.
And they become geniuses.
And go to Harvard.
Yeah.
Like that's
good premise.
It's an amazing premise.
Yeah.
That's also on the list of get stoned and watch that shit. Well, guys, if you have any questions, fire away right now. Do you have any questions? Fire away, because we are about to wrap this bad boy up. What are you pulling up over there, Praino?
Well, nothing. I'm just seeing who we missed on the rappers. Tupac's not in my top 10. Lil Wayne isn't top 10, but he's.
I like Lil Wayne.
I like Lil Wayne too. I mean, they got Ice Cube, Dr. Dre. It's like, come on. Again, not top 10.
You don't have Ice Cube top 10?
I'm not. You know me. I'm ridiculously biased. East Coast, West Coast. Ridiculously, and it has nothing. I don't know. Like, I truly don't believe the bias is because I'm from the East Coast. That shit just speaks to me. Like when A$AP Rocky hit the scene, I was like, yo, what's this dude's deal? And then, like, I find out he's in New York, and I was like, well, like, I found out so many dudes were New Yorkers after the fact, and been like, oh, okay.
Can I get to the comment section?
Sure.
All right. Some questions. I think our friend Kochchar, I think he's from Russia. Who do you think will coach the Lakers? LeBron never mentioned Luke Walton in his recent ESPN interview. He mentioned all the players, Magic, Rob, the Bus family, but no Luke.
Well, I mean, Luke's the coach.
Now.
They're not going to fire him.
Yeah.
Unless Phil's coming back. I say if Luke does get fired, it's Phil Jackson.
Yeah. That'd be pretty sweet.
I could see. Nah, Luke wouldn't take getting demoted, right?
No.
Could you see Luke coming back? Could you see Phil coming back for a LeBron run and Luke goes like assistant head coach?
No.
But let me ask you a question. If you could see anybody doing it, anybody putting their ego aside, wouldn't it be a member of the Walton family? What do you care, Luke? You get a ring either way. Learn from him. Coach under him. Be a part of him. You're one coach in two bodies. How great is that? Every other coach has one body. You have two bodies and two minds in one coaching staff. Share a clipboard, for gosh sakes. Throw it down. Throw down the championships.
Yeah, if anybody, it would be a member of the Walton family. All right.
You know what they say on Sesame Street, don't you, Luke? Sharing is caring.
All right. Our friend Jesse Stanga, are Ruther's feet ticklish? Can Praino find out?
I don't know, and we will not find out.
They're pretty nasty looking these days.
Yeah, pretty gross. That pool volleyball action.
Bro, look at the bottom of my heels. What is going on there? It's pretty gross, isn't it? All right. From Trent Brubaker, what do you think about replacing ties in NFL with soccer-style penalty kicks from the 40?
What, like field goals?
Apparently.
No, I mean, that was basically the original rule, right? Like sudden death. Can you kick a 40-yard field goal?
Yeah, I don't like that.
The college overtime is the best.
Without a doubt.
Just do that. If we're going to change the overtime, just do that.
We didn't even talk about fucking Urban Meyer.
Hey, I'm not the host of the show. I'm the co-host of the show.
Man, I dropped the ball on that. We shit on Ohio.
How did you skip that?
Did I have it on the rundown?
Man. Man.
I did. I had it on other sports news.
Page 2?
I had it on page 2.
So tell me, how long have we been doing this episode, by the way?
We're about an hour, coming up in an hour, 40 minutes. We can wrap it up here soon. So basically, Urban Meyer lied, supposedly. The wide receivers coach.
Who
was fired 3 years ago.
Fired 3 years ago for a domestic violence situation.
Like, he beat the shit out of his wife.
Okay.
All those pictures are out there now.
Right.
Urban Meyer was asked.
He now coaches for the Cowboys.
Yes. Urban Meyer was asked last week.
Because he stands to the anthem.
Urban Meyer was asked last week during the Big Ten Media Day if he knew about that stuff, and he straight up said no.
He was asked about it when?
Last week during Big Ten Media Day.
Okay.
And
so somebody was already setting him up.
Yes.
Okay.
He said no.
And now what has come out that he did know?
What has come out is actual text exchanges between this former coach. We're not giving details now. I don't feel like looking all this shit up. Between this former coach's ex-wife, now ex-wife, wife at the time.
And Urban Meyer's
wife.
Right.
Where Urban Meyer's wife is even being supportive and like anything you need me to do, like all this. And it's basically saying, yeah, Urban Meyer's wife never told him about that bullshit. That's the only argument Urban Meyer has, is that his wife never told him about these texts. Like, this woman had a restraining order against the coach. This was a coach that he brought from Florida to Ohio State. And now
I saw today Urban Meyer chimed in a while ago about somebody saying, if you lie, like, you're done. Right?
Yeah.
So
he didn't
Urban Meyer has already been suspended, correct?
But he hasn't been suspended. Urban Meyer is on an administrative leave of absence.
Right.
Still getting paid.
Right.
And just so people know, Urban Meyer is
that's also that's what they use when like a cop shoots a black guy.
Yeah.
Like he's on administrative leave.
Urban Meyer also, just so everyone knows, is the highest paid coach. He's actually the highest paid coach.
Yeah.
This year, he makes more than any other coach, $7.6 million in college football.
I mean, you got to pay a guy to live in Ohio. You know what I mean?
It was reporter Brett McMurphy who basically leaked all this. What Meyer said on July 24th was, I was never told about anything. Never anything came to light. Never had a conversation about it. I know nothing about it. Again, bro, your wife was getting text. This woman was sending Urban's wife pictures of her all beat up. There's no way Urban Meyer's wife did not tell him.
No way.
No way.
No way.
We agree.
Unless Urban and his wife don't talk. And they live in separate homes. That has to be your follow-up question. Do you talk to your wife? Ever? Yes. You guys live in separate homes? No. Well, then she told you, and you're fired.
By the way, this guy who beat the shit out of his wife.
So remember we're talking about. Remember everybody talking about Joe Pa's supposed to know just what all his coaches are doing?
Yeah.
No, this isn't rumor. This isn't hearsay. This is photographs are being texted.
Zach Smith is his name. I mean, this guy's bad, dude. He was arrested for.
Are you doing a Herb New jersey?
I got a tweet about that from another comedian.
Did you?
Urban New. They said, Ruther, you got to do this now. This guy was arrested for aggravated battery of his wife, who at the time was 2 months pregnant. This happened even before all this other shit. He was arrested in 2015 for felonious assault and domestic violence against his ex-wife. Well, R.I.P. Urban Meyer.
Serious question. I'm being dead serious, and I'm not making a joke about, the history. How long after Urban Meyer gets fired would he be hired to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys? I'm not even joking. 100% serious question.
No, he's never even coached in the pros. It's been all college.
Yeah. So was fucking Jimmy Johnson before he became the coach of the Cowboys.
You want to hear the craziest part of all this? Not the craziest, but literally yesterday, I had a text exchange. My little brother's in dental school at Ohio State.
Right.
And I said, I'd love to see a game this year. This is the Andy Ruther curse. We have a text exchange, and I said, hey, man, I'm looking at games. My little brother goes, I have season tickets again.
He's like, yeah, you want to come out here and hang at the lawn. You want some lawn time, don't you, Rug? You want to get on that grass rug.
So my brother said, I'll probably only go to a couple games. You know, he's got 3 kids. I got a family. I'll probably only go to a couple games and sell the rest of my tickets, but pick a weekend. And I looked at their games. A lot of them, they have better games up front. And then I can't go to the Michigan game. So I was like, oh, November 2nd, Nebraska. I think Nebraska might be better. They have Frost now.
Right.
I think they'll be a lot better. But what do I know? But anyway, my point was,
hot college football takes from Andy Ruther. They got Frost now. That'll be better. Who knows?
My point is, I was just looking at their schedule with my brother saying, oh, November 2nd.
Got that Ruther dent.
And the next day, this all came out when I was looking at flights. Because we all know if Urban Meyer's not coaching the team, this is going to affect the team.
Can you go to a Warriors game and an Eagles game this year, too? That'd be great.
So I don't know, man. But I don't know how they can keep him. Like in this age we live in.
I mean, if you're getting fired over tweets.
Bro. I don't care how successful he is. How can you keep him?
Well, it wouldn't be the craziest thing ever happened. What are they going to do? Give Greg Schiano the job instead?
I mean, that'd be hilarious, right?
Yeah.
All right, one last question.
Sure. Do we have a 2-hour time limit situation, or that doesn't matter when we're live?
No, it does. We got to wrap this up.
Okay.
One last question. Black Marlins, man. What player you think had more What player you think had more potential if they never got injured? Penny Hardaway or Grant Hill? That's a good question.
Ooh. Man, that is a good question. I'm going to say Grant Hill. And by the way, I think Penny Hardaway had fucking crazy potential. I think he was going to be, but they basically both got hurt, and Grant Hill went on to have a more
pretty good career.
Yeah, like a pretty good career.
Like a solid career.
Yeah. I'm going Grant Hill, but I think both of them would have been like bonkers.
Like all-timers.
Like I think Penny Hardaway had a potential to be like bonkers, like change the game point guard style.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they were unbelievable.
I think Grant Hill was a more well-rounded player in general. So with a loss of athleticism from not just injury, but getting older, like as his game started to fall off, I think he would have still been able to hang on. Whereas I think, who knows what Penny Hardaway would have been able to accomplish if he didn't get hurt. But his freakish athleticism was what made him able to, like, honestly, semi-dominate the NBA, like, right when he showed up in the league.
Yeah.
So, I'm going Grant Hill by a fucking nose hair.
It's pretty close. All right, guys. Well, you can leave calls if you want to leave calls this week. I swear we're going to get to some eventually. 310-359-8365. There it is. And thanks for everybody who followed on YouTube today. Love all the comments. You guys are the best. Love all the questions. And Shark Week is the best. I don't care what anybody says. Shark Week. I am a Shark Week fanatic. Joe Praino.
If you like the dude shirt, it's available on dirtysports.com in the shop. Follow me on Twitter at FixYourLife. Follow me on Instagram at Joe Praino. Trying to up my Instagram game. You know what I mean, Ruther? And joepraino.com for all my shows. I'll be in where do I have coming up right next? Oh, Burbank Comedy Festival in a couple weeks. And then Chicago. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, baseball games, live podcasts, me headlining the Comedy Bar. What a fucking bonanza that's going to be. If you're ever going to go to the Midwest, am I right?
Can't wait. It's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to Chicago. And
rate, review, subscribe to our show, every show on the DSPN.
Yeah. Takes 2 seconds. I know no one listens, like that Twitter troll was saying to us today.
Yeah.
No one listens to your show, which I love coming back. Well, those iTunes reviews would disagree with you.
Yeah.
Well, you don't make any money. I love how everyone's an expert.
Right. And hit me with your I want some rap top 5s. I might have to like do some work and come back with like an official laminated rap top 5. Hit me with yours, unless Drake or J. Cole are in there, and then hit yourself with a hammer.
All right, guys. DirtySports.com, JoePraino.com, AndyRuther.com, at Andy Ruther on Twitter, Instagram, at Fix Your Life on Twitter, at Joe Praino on Instagram, at The Dirty Sports on Twitter and Instagram. You know what to do. That's the show. Have a great weekend because we're going to play some pool volleyball, aren't we?
Yes, we absolutely are.
Awesome. Can't wait. And most importantly, don't forget, condoms are for pussies.
My pussy hurts.